when I tell you right now that I am desperate to watch Lindor play playoff baseball, or just baseball in general right now for that matter, I mean that this is right now just must-watch TV, and I mean I need it more than oxygen right now. Mets win 7-2 over the Boston Red Sox as they continue their winning streak as of thus far, making it a 6-game winning streak, I believe, right? But yeah, making it 6 games, and now they put themselves in a spot where still half a game out from the Atlanta Braves, technically tied with them until the Braves beat the Rockies, of course, tonight. But we'll have to see what happens with the Diamondbacks, too, of course. But right now, the Mets putting themselves in a position where things could get real. Things could get real, although the Diamondbacks are up 3-0 right now, so that sucks. But we're going to talk about the game. Before we do, leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans, and turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live on the channel. David Peterson. David Peterson. Do I owe him an apology tonight? Because I've been one to accuse him of, along with a couple other people, of being a little bit of a merchant of quality defense, being a little bit of a merchant of, you know, just getting lucky at the end of the day. Like, let's not beat around a bush here. He's a merchant. He's just been getting lucky this year. I've been accusing him of that, but he put together his best start of the season. And you might not think it because you look at the 6 innings and, you know, that doesn't pop off the chart because he's gone 7-8 innings this season. But I look at that double digits, or I look at the double digits in the strikeout column and say, this is what we need more from David Peterson if he wants to prove to me that he is as good as the numbers suggest. And I hope this could continue, because if this continues, he's a guy that I'm circling in as potentially the number 2 starter come the postseason, because right now I'm still giving the ball to Sean Manaea or Kodai Senga, of course, if he ends up returning for the postseason as a starter. But right now, if Peterson does this, you give him the ball. But I'm still not there yet because I want to see him replicate this. But for tonight, I mean, this was a really good start. He picked up 3 strikeouts in the first inning. He allowed that single to Duran, but still picked up 3 strikeouts. Bottom of the first, Mets go down in order. Gets 2 strikeouts in the second inning. Had a single that he allowed to Danny Jansen, but still picked up strikeouts there. In the bottom of the second, Crawford struck out the side, which was not fun. Third inning, 2 strikeouts again and a line out from Duran. So again, Peterson just dealing. Third inning, Iglesias hits to a flyout. McNeil walks. Alvarez strikes out, and then Francisco Lindor continues to just absolutely rake, putting himself as the only other shortstop, I believe. I want to get the exact stat, but the only other player as a shortstop, I believe, to have 7, was it 30 home run seasons in his career? I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I want to get that stat correct if I could find it, which I don't know. Yeah, here it is. So Francisco Lindor's 5th season of 30 or more home runs. Only Alex Rodriguez with 7 has had 30 home run seasons as a shortstop. So there's a chance that ends up being beat at some point by Lindor in his Mets tenure, which I'm really hoping over the next 2 seasons he could tie it at the very least. But man, he just continues, and just watching him round the bases, it's just, I need this in October. I need October baseball, man. Nimmo grounds out to end the inning. We go to the 4th inning, where another 1-2-3 inning for David Peterson. Bottom of the 4th, Mets go down in order. 5th inning, Yoshida singles. Jansen hits into a ground out. Rafaela strikes out. Sogar gets a bloop single to make it 2-1. Ref Snyder singles, and all of a sudden you think maybe Peterson's gonna hit a wall here, but Jarren Duran, he strikes him out, and he's fired up walking off the mound. I absolutely love it. A lot of emotion in this game from the Mets pitching staff, which I loved to see, and just in general with this team. I want to see guys hang their balls and fired up, because I don't want to see them looking all depressed like it's been over the past few years because of Buck Showalter. But I don't want to see that. I want to see guys fired up. Bottom of the 5th, Marte walks. Iglesias sets into a double play. McNeil strikes out. And I was getting worried with the offense, to be honest with you, because at that point, they still only had 1 hit in the game. Even in the 6th inning, you know, they go down in order, which for the 6th inning with Peterson, he allowed a single, got a strikeout, allowed a walk, Yoshida hits into a force out, and then Jansen flies out. I didn't think he was going to get through 6, but he ended up doing it. Thank you. But yeah, the Mets go down in order in the 6, and I'm like, Mets have 1 hit right now. This is not particularly ideal. The offense needs to get going because it just cannot simply be only Francisco Lindor night in and night out. And I know Cutter Crawford's better than his numbers suggest, but you need to at some point score more runs and get more hits and get guys on base in general. But that, of course, changed. But the 7th inning, Budo, 1-2-3 inning, looked back with 2 strikeouts. 7th inning, Cutter Crawford out of the game. Vientos home run, 3-1. Alonso gets a single, and you thought maybe they would pour it on, but unfortunately not. The rest of the order goes down. And then for some reason, they try to give Budo the 8th inning. And this is where it worked out tonight, but I still feel the same way as when I tweeted this. So he allows the 2 walks. Instead of Reed Garrett coming in, I wanted to see Diaz there because if there is one thing that I like that Buck Showalter did, and believe me, there's really nothing I like that he did. But if it's one thing, it's that he would put the high leverage guys against the best part of other teams' orders. So Diaz, I felt, should have been in that spot right there. Going against Rafael Devers, which he hit into a fielder's choice. And that really sucked because they couldn't get him out there. Then Valdez hits a sacrifice fly. And then Yoshida hits into a double play to end the inning. Reed Garrett gets out of trouble there. First of all, I don't like Budo being stretched out to go 2 innings because he hasn't done that in quite a bit now. Like, it's been weeks, honestly, since Budo's got the 2-inning gig. So I think they need to avoid that from here on out. And I know people are going to say, oh, don't sit here and play couch manager. You don't know what you're doing. But the reality is, this is an observation at least. If it works, it works. Listen, I'm not complaining if they could get more outs from Jose Budo. But at the same time, no pun intended there, but at the same time, you need to accommodate your relievers better to the situations that they've been in lately. And Budo's been a guy that's been getting 1 inning lately, and you need to start treating him like a 1-inning reliever, unfortunately. And Reed Garrett, though, he looked good, which was nice to see. He was fired up as they got off the baseball field, going into the dugout there. And the one thing I will say is this, with not using Diaz there, that did work out. They piled it on in the 8th inning offensively because it would have sucked if you used Diaz there. And then it's like, all right, well, you know, in retrospect, you didn't really need him there. But the bottom of the 8th inning, McNeil gets a single. Alvarez with a single, which was nice to see because he needs to start hitting. And then Lindor, when he came up to the plate, I'm texting the group chat. Not a doubt in my mind he's coming through here, and he does. Gets a double, 4-2. Nimmo sacrifice fly. 5-2. Lindor steals start. He's getting MVP chance for stealing bags now, too. I think he's got a 30-30 in him. I really think he does. And it sucks so much that he couldn't start off hot because he would probably be on pace to have a 40-40 season. And maybe less people would be sniffing Ohtani's boxers outside of maybe Ben Verlander. But outside of that, it really would help his MVP case, which sucks that he'd start off slow. But listen, I will take every bit of this if it means we get October ball. And if in October, he is mashing home runs and this team goes on a pennant run here. That to me is more important. But regardless, Vientos strikes out. Alonso with a home run makes it 7-2. Nice to see him get a home run. Winker strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 9th where Static actually looked good. I mean, he had a little bit of a shaky at bat that he had to deal with there with Casas, where Casas was just fouling everything off, but he gets 2 strikeouts, and Static has looked better. He's looked a bit better as of lately. Do I think he deserves to be in the circle of trust? No, not quite yet. But I will tell you right now, he is maybe 2 or 3 good outings, scoreless outings away from being in the circle of trust for me, at least. But we'll see, of course, if that changes with the coaching staff and Carlos Mendoza, of course. We'll see if that happens, but Static is slowly building his way there to the circle of trust. He's slowly getting there. But regardless, yeah, the Mets get the job done. Much needed win. And now they have the opportunity to get the sweep tomorrow. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm kind of scared because Houck versus McGill, and this offense has been a little underwhelming still, despite winning 6 straight games. And then McGill, Not feeling comfortable there. But I still, at the end of the day, I'm going to try to have confidence, because when you have LINDOR playing the way he is, you got a chance night in and night out, and that's the beauty of it. But yeah, we'll see what happens going into tomorrow night's game. I will be in attendance for that one as well, so I do apologize in advance for the post game being up late for tomorrow. But that is going to be it for me in tonight's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.